Welcome to another episode of Redesigning Your Relationships Live. I'm your host, Giovanna Bridges-White, with my co-host.
Hello, I'm Yvette Valdenegro.
And we're excited to be on. We have an amazing guest today. And for those of you guys who are watching us for the very first time, welcome. We go live every single week. Yes, every week. And then if you're watching the replay, we still answer anything in the comments. And we have this podcast drop every single Friday. So if you don't want to see our faces, no worries. You can listen to us on Fridays. We are the beautiful relationship coaches in Houston, Texas, who love to really just help you with the relationship with self, the relationship with time, and relationship with money. And for our followers, our listeners, we have been going all summer. And we're super excited to tell you that we're going to just keep on going. We've been in event mode. We've been in summit mode. We're planning for Q4 and Q1 of next year. And today we wanted to bring on a very special guest and just kind of tell you a little bit more about the conference that we're going to be part of this September, and really just introduce you to the founder and let her tell you like what this is, why you need to go, what their purpose and their vision is, and really just let her talk about the Spark Media Ignite conference that we're going to be helping her with in Houston, Texas. Okay, I'm gonna take a deep breath. Yvette, did I miss anything before I bring on our guest?
No, I'm glad you took a breath. So those that are listening, I just want to say this. I know right now you're already going, oh gosh, podcasting, is that really for me? Listen, do I really want to do it? Well, come and listen. Do I really want to take the deep dive into doing it? Well, listen, because this conference is for you, and podcasting is one of the number one marketing tools, the way to get your voice out. If you have something to say and people are listening, this is it. Not only audio, but of course we've been doing video forever, but now everything is turning into the video. So if you're even contemplating, this is the place to listen, and the conference is the place to be.
Wonderful. Well, we're going to bring on our guest, Misty Phillip. Welcome to our show.
Hey, y'all. I'm so excited to be here with you today. And I'm so excited that y'all are going to be part of Spark this year, because y'all are going to bring that extra special little spark to Spark.
We're excited to be here. We've actually met you like a while back, and you are the best to just really talk about podcasting. And I know we've been doing this for almost 5 years now, but I always hear people like, oh, a podcast isn't for me. Oh, I'm not a podcaster. We said the same thing 5 years ago. You've been doing this, but before we really talk about the conference, just tell people who you are and what you do, because you're so amazing and we want the world to know.
Well, thank you very much for that amazing introduction. I'm Misty Phillip. I am the founder of Spark Media. I'm the host of the By His Grace podcast and the Spark Media podcast, Spark Media Conversations, and Spark Influence. So I was a hesitant podcaster as well. And then once I got into it, now I have 3 shows. So look at there. I coach and train and teach people how to podcast through community, because I think community is the main thing. I know y'all are really big on community as well, and we're better together. So I do that. We started a magazine. We started a podcast network. I started solving problems like, how do you grow your show? How do you make money at this? And just kind of deep dive in all things Christian podcasting. I'm also an author. I wrote a book called The Struggle is Real, but So is God. It hit #1 on Amazon and won an award for the best Bible study in 2020. So I have a passion to write, speak, teach, all things, and podcasting.
Oh, I love it. You have passion to serve. And what a better way to serve than on a podcast. And I think that's where people feel like, oh, I'm just not that person. I'm like, are you willing to give and educate and have people learn and just hear you? And that's what we started doing over 5 years ago. And now we have changed lives. I mean, that's not to say, oh my God, we don't have a #1 show, but the people that do listen, I mean, on the weekly, where they're like, thank you for that episode. That really touched me. And then we bring on amazing guests like you to kind of spread the word, because I do feel like especially because we coach women, there's a lot of women that need to be heard. There's a lot of topics that still haven't been talked about. And we obviously know that this conference that you're hosting, A, is not your first one, but B, is a place for anyone who's thinking about it. Like, this is a community and a safe space for you to come and learn and ask questions. And for those of you who have already been podcasting, it's changed. It's changed since COVID. Video is the new thing. come and learn from your fellow colleagues, come and network, come and make connections. That's the whole point about conferences. And just kind of talk a little bit about what you've been doing and what we're going to see you do this fall. Actually, in 49 days.
I'm so excited. This is the first year that Spark is going to be more than podcasting. It's writing, it's speaking, it's marketing, it's video, because all of those things go together. Storytelling, leadership. So this is kind of the first year, because the very first Spark conference was in February of 2020. Right before the world shut down. I mean, the timing of it was incredible. And then I partnered with another organization to host my event at their event for 2 years. And then I just felt God saying, bring it back to Houston. Houston's an incredible city for those of you who are not from the area and listening. It's a diverse city. There's a lot of people here, but we don't get a lot of really great events. And so I was like, everything goes to Dallas or goes to Austin. And I was like, I want to bring this back to my people. And so I'm super excited about that.
I love it. I'm gonna while you're speaking, because I think it's really important to talk about, again, you've heard it's not just podcasting. There's more than podcasting. I'm going to bring up kind of your speaker lineup and just kind of let us know. It's a 2-day event. Let everyone watching and listening know like what's in store for them, who's going to be, emceeing, who all is going to be there. So I'm going to bring this up while you guys chat.
Awesome. So I am super excited that Adam Curry, that is right there next to my picture. If y'all don't know who he is, Adam Curry was a VJ from MTV. So he hosted the Headbangers Ball back in the day.
Way back in the day.
Yeah. And he's the one who really started podcasting. So people call him the pod father. And he is really on the cutting edge of some really interesting things, especially for podcast monetization, called Podcasting 2.0. So what he's going to bring to the conference, I'm just so thrilled about. Jody Howe, who emceed for us last year in Nashville, is going to be our MC again this year. And I think we have about 37 speakers total. Larry in the red hat there that we just passed by, Larry is Red Hat Media, and he's all things AI, because AI has literally changed the world this year. And so definitely you're going to want to see his presentation. We've got people from Focus on the Family. We've got video podcasting. We've got y'all, look at your cute little picture there together. I'm so excited because y'all are going to be doing the Fireside Connect, where you're going to help to set intention at the beginning of the conference, connect people, and just be that friendly face for anybody who is coming alone or an introvert or feeling overwhelmed. And so I can't think of better people to do that with. Dave Jackson here on the bottom, he is in the Podcasting Hall of Fame. He has been in the industry and has taught so many people to podcast. On the left over there, the guy in the hat, he's actually a vocal coach. And so he's taught people like Carrie Job, Phil Wickham, Elevation Worship. He's their vocal coach, and he's going to talk to us about using our voice. And then you've got Amber and Dan, who, Dan is a cinematographer, and Amber owns a movie studio that we're going to be hosting an event with in coordination. Yvette's going to be speaking at it this week. So if you're local, come join us. It's going to be fun. There's just so much happening. And the conference is it's 3 days. The first day is a VIP, and then we launch Thursday night, then all day Friday, Saturday, and we end with the awards, which, y'all, that's one of my favorite parts, because the first year we had these cheapy little plasticky trophies. They were so awful. They were so bad, but people were beaming because they were being recognized. So we've got, if you want to write a book, we've got a literary appointments and a workshop that's going to take place before. For anybody who's written a book proposal, that is like that holds a lot of people back. So Blythe is my agent, and she and Stephanie are going to be there taking appointments. So I'm super excited about that. This is all about igniting your voice.
This is so amazing. I mean, you have everything and anything and any levels. Like, it's all levels. Look at this. I got to show photos from last year. But I think it's important because a lot of people get, I'm going to come off of this real quick. A lot of people get intimidated. I know, we know, because we've been doing conferences pretty much since last year. Some people haven't gone out. Some people haven't plugged into a community. Some people think podcasting and they're like, oh my God, never. So I love the fact that you have a little bit for everyone.
Well, I'm going to say too that everything that you mentioned, the writing, the podcasting, even the vocal, all of that it's so individual, meaning it's like the person writing it, right? The person doing the podcasting, because it's not a lot of people who have co-hosts and all that kind of stuff on their podcast. It's usually just them. So you look at that and you're like, this could be overwhelm, or like, where do I begin? But I love what you said in the beginning, Misty. This is for everyone, whether you're just starting out, because that lineup, you can look at it and go, okay, these guys are professionals. What in the world? But they are professionals. They took the couple steps or steps ahead of you. You can always glean from people like that. And then if you've been in the industry for a long time, I don't care who you are, we all need refreshers. We all need to reignite. We all need that creativity, the imagination, the thing that gets us to stretch ourselves. When you're in an environment of other leaders and talent and voices that are going above and beyond, all it's going to do is stretch you and open up you to possibilities, which goes back to the whole thing that I love. Connection, connection, connection. You may not directly talk to the person on stage, but you're receiving something from that person on stage, right? So you're going to receive and you're going to be connected. Now, even if you never go tell them what your name is, and the wealth, when people walk away from conferences like this, the wealth of knowledge that you receive and the, whatever it is, that wonderful energy, vibe, and really just grace that's there to receive, you get it and you go back, and then you're just so inspired to like, all right, let's get this. So the lineup that you just said, I know can sound intimidating, but it's a gift. That really is a gift, to be in one room, one setting with all those people, and to have the availability to go to their workshops, their breakout groups, and listen to them one-on-one. So I love it. I'm so excited. This is going to be great.
You're absolutely right. I mean, that's the thing that people I think miss out on, is they don't go to an event. For me, I love events, getting out of my circle, because a lot of times we have a circle and we stay in that circle and we almost become an echo chamber. But we need to get out of that circle to meet new people, like you said, to open us up. But where there's always connections. It doesn't matter what kind of conference I go to. I always meet people. I always make new friends. I'm always growing my circle. And that's one of the things I love about it. I love to create that space where it's an experience for people to come and feel welcome and to connect. And you're going to find somebody to connect with. Yeah.
If you don't, we're going to make sure you do. Like, that's our purpose, our goal, our team as well. Like, we want to make sure that you feel connected in any way, shape, or form. And that's why I think, we've kind of said this a couple of times. It doesn't matter where you are if you haven't even started. Like, this is definitely something that you need to come to. And I love that it's in Houston, and we love our city. So wherever you're listening or watching, all of the information, the links to sign up, there's VIP passes, there's general admission, all the things are available for you to just click. So don't worry. And if you have questions, because I know that's probably coming up, don't worry. You can message us or message Misty, and we can definitely make sure we stay in communication with her. We're here to answer all those questions on whatever platform that you're watching or listening. Before we sign off, is there anything else that we missed that you're like, oh my God, but wait, there's more?
Yeah, I'm super excited. We've got a health and fitness coach who's going to get us out and get some exercise on the lawn for those early morning people that want to do that. We've got an art installation we're bringing in. There's got all kinds of it's going to be a feast for all of the senses, music, worship, prayer. Yvette and I talked about this. You don't have to be it is a Christian conference, but you don't have to be a believer to attend. Everyone is welcome. And we just want to talk about all things podcasting and communication, because that's our jam.
I love it. I love it. And if you're in Houston too, and I always tell people this, even though you live here, do a little staycation, book the rooms. The hotel's gorgeous. Stay there. There's nothing worse than feeling rushed and like not being ready. Stay there, because there's, like you said, there's so many other activities. You're using all your senses, and that's other ways to make connections with people. Like, I know when Yvette and I have stayed, where the conferences are, sometimes we run into people and we have like quick, deep, meaningful conversations, and those may be the things that change you. And so I think it's really important. Don't feel like, oh, well, I'm here, it's not going to be as fun, I'm not staying. Book your hotel room, stay with everybody at the hotel, and then join us for this amazing 2-day event.
Yeah, you are exactly right. That's why I host it in a hotel, and there are people coming from all over the country that you wouldn't meet otherwise in your day-to-day. So come join us. It's going to be amazing.
I love it. Well, we so appreciate your time. I know that is so important. We're 49 days down. So if you're watching live, if you're listening again on the replay or watching the replay, we still answer. Type in your questions, DM us. We will get you there. And then everywhere that you're watching and listening, the links there, click on them so that you can get your tickets. It's going to be September 28th through September 30th in Houston, Texas. The address is there. We are so thankful to have you, Misty. We are going to close our show, but we can't wait to kind of do a recap afterwards. And if you already follow all of us, that our social media is always popping. So make sure, don't get FOMO. Don't be on the other side of that when you could be at the conference.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me on today, y'all. And I'm excited. Can't wait to see everybody in September.
We love it.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay. In my head right now, I'm thinking, I'm going to say this on her behalf, because we've done conferences, we've put on conferences, all that kind of stuff. If you're listening to this and there's this little tiny tug in your heart right now that says, oh gosh, I probably should do that. It's not a probably, it is. Listen to your inner voice. It's the best thing you can ever do for yourself. Grab a friend and go. Grab another person who you've had that conversation. Maybe I should do a podcast. Maybe I should write my book. Maybe I don't know how to have a stronger inner voice. Where do I even start? Well, this is the place to go. Yep. There is no like hand holding in the sense of like, it's not going to just happen. The little fairies don't come out of the sky and make you this incredible podcaster or author in one day. It takes work, and all the people that are there are wanting to give you their gems. Yes. So you're just going to sit there and just receive and receive. And in all reality, when you go to think with something like that, no matter what it is, you speed up your own process of growth and learning in your journey to get whatever it is, your message out there. So no greater way than to do it, to go to the conference, but do not hesitate. Yeah. Get those tickets now.
We definitely, as coaches with a relationship with self, time, money, all of this falls in that. This is a relationship. You owe it to yourself. And we know tons of people too that want to write a book. You still have to get on podcasts. Like, you may not want to host your own podcast, but you're going to get tips on like how to get on podcasts, what to do your media kit. Like, there's so many little things. So again, it doesn't matter. Like, this is literally an investment in yourself, but also like wherever you are in your life, in your journey, there's going to be somebody there that you're going to connect with. There's going to be someone there that's going to give you exactly what you need. If it's the push, if it's the inspiration, and obviously we'll be there to help you connect and really just set your purpose and your intention. So
come say hi.
Yes, we're super excited. Message us. We're here to help. We'll concierge you. We'll figure out everything that you need, any questions that need to be answered by Misty. And then if you're catching the replay, don't forget we answer your questions as well. Thank you for being on. We'll be back on again next Wednesday. Until then, bye.
Bye.